The next hour brings entertainment and information to those of you who are young at heart. Here are your hosts, Lynn Peterson and Al Jones.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart.
Good morning and welcome to Young at Heart. This is my temporary assistant here, Joan, who's going to be talking about what to do for Super Bowl. So we have a lot of goodies and things going on here. Yeah. So folks, those who having a problem with hearing, we have something for you to listen to and watch. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Young at Heart. I'm here today with Eddie from Digital Hearing Center. Eddie, it's nice to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
And we're here today to kind of talk about specifics or whatever you want to talk about what your business is in digital hearing. Why are you here in the area? Why are you here for everybody?
Okay. Well, one of the reasons we're here is I'm licensed to do hearing and that sort of thing, board certified.
Okay.
It's what I enjoy doing. I can help a lot of people that way. We're here in Pahrump simply because Pahrump has a tremendous need. We found that the market out here, instead of everyone having to drive to Las Vegas, most of those people tend not to get help or even seek help simply because they have to make that drive. And I found being in the community, as part of the community, is a lot better than for someone to see me as a stranger that had to drive an hour to get to me.
Right.
By coming out here, we found that people that would never get help started getting help.
And probably so, because it's one of those things that happen in life you think, oh, I'll get to it later. I can get to it later. It's not like it's like a heart condition or something like that. But yet it still can be, debilitating, correct?
Yes. Hearing loss is one of those things that kind of sneak up on you in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
You can go years, 10, 20, 30, 40 years with the problem and get by with it. But as it begins to get worse, usually the people that care about you begin to notice it before you do.
Yeah, I think we had some incidences before that we had some little scenarios that we talk about that. Let us know again, what are some of those signals to look for?
Well, you have a lot of guys and girls that might have the problem and they don't recognize the problems because they truly hear normal.
Mm-hmm.
The part that they don't recognize is why are they saying what? Why are they misunderstanding people? And why are they turning the TV and radio up louder and still misunderstand some of the people or can't quite catch it? Well, they perceive it as everyone's mumbling because, we're all psychologically, we're okay. Usually it's something else causing the problem.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens with hearing loss.
Kind of like eyesight. You think, oh, it must be, I'm not aging. I don't want to age, so I'm not going to address the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not an age thing.
One of the things that I find quite a bit is that most folks with an understanding loss tend to not have a problem with the hearing. It's just the word or recognition of the word. So they tell me their wife just doesn't speak up, or the wife says he just doesn't pay attention to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we find in a big conflict in our bonding. And hearing is something that is giving us communication, not only for speech, but for well-being,
mm-hmm.
for learning, for perception, that awareness of things around us. If we wonder sometimes as we get a little older why we feel like we're changing and maybe not have as good of a well-being feeling around us, a lot of times it's just the hearing, that little thing.
Can cause that kind of a rift. Wow.
You're going to see, as time passes here in Pahrump, we've been seeing a lot of patients that have been putting this off for a long time. That's why I'm kind of excited about doing this, because I really do have a large group of people that has a huge need for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see over the TV programs and over the newspaper and other articles that are going to come out how lives are being changed. Most people can ignore the problem for a long period of time. Then they find themselves in conflict with their spouse or their relatives or loved ones.
Oh, we've all seen that, I think.
So to be honest, I have a lot of guys come in and ask me, can I help them?
Uh-huh.
And I say, yes, I can, if you want to help yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's the first step. You need to find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's just a simple hearing loss or a simple understanding loss, we can help you with that very effectively with today's technology. Because all of our hearing aids that we produce for people here are made by a company called G&R Resound. It's a global manufacturer of hearing aids. We're one of the top in the world that does our own research and development, and we make some of the most durable hearing instruments that are on the market today. So we can solve a lot of problems with anger and frustration of people that tend to mumble to you.
Absolutely.
We can stop a lot of that loss of understanding. We can make your relationships a lot better.
Absolutely.
Or if you're actually still in the working world, one of the things that you're going to find is you may never realize that your boss is perceiving you not necessarily as who you are if it's gotten that bad.
Absolutely.
He's perceiving you as you approach him. Okay. And that means that if you misunderstand his commands, guess what's going to happen?
It's going to be a bad thing. Now tell everybody you're here on Fridays. You are located, what is the address again?
Well, I actually have something because I did this before and I misunderstood what was needed. So I have two offices. One's in Las Vegas, but here in Pahrump, I'm at 1440 East Calvada Boulevard, Suite 700.
We appreciate it, and we will see you next month.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I have Joan from Albertsons, and look, she has brought all kinds of goody things, which I, Big Al, that is, and maybe my associates, if they're good to me, I might let them enjoy this also.
Share it, huh?
So, yes. So what's going on here at Albertsons?
Well, you know, our big Super Bowl this weekend. It's on the 6th of February, and it's a big deal at Albertsons. We have balloons. We have all kinds of food. She has chicken wings in our service deli. Go to our service deli, and you will find hot chicken wings with any flavor that you want. They have honey wings, they have spicy wings, they have home style, and they serve it up in a little bucket for you,
Is that right?
you can take it home. And there are lots of cream cheese and sour cream dips that you can use with it. But the one thing that that she showed me this morning, and I just had to bring and share, was this foot-long sandwich.
This foot-long sandwich, just tilt it just a little bit. Tilt it just a little bit there. So there's, be careful. Don't knock it over there. Just a little bit to tilt so they can see it there. Oh,
look at this sandwich.
Oh my goodness, that's a foot long.
It's a foot-long sandwich, and they are only $5. $5. That's right. They also had the snack trays. You can get the fruit trays and vegetable trays. Everything that you could possibly want that you could enjoy while you're watching that big game.
So, what are these here?
These are brownie bites.
Brownie bites.
Yes, and
folks.
They're decadent.
Folks, just for you,
So
I'm going to
good.
try one just to let you know.
Totally chocolate. So if you need that little kick in the head, there you got the brownie bites. We also had cheese crackers, and to promote the football, we had this little tailgate tray, and what it has in there are crackers and pepperoni and cheese and crackers, just for you to sit there and snack on. And they're all contained with a little football tray. We also have things coming up for Valentine's Day. You know, won't be long before it's Valentine's Day.
That's true.
And you can go over there and get all the food for this weekend, and then come on back, and I'll have all the flowers and candies and goodies for Valentine's.
Ooh, there's the flowers there.
Yeah, this is just a little arrangement of what we do, and we're going to have Kids Corner, and that'll be on Sunday, the 13th. We're going to have a Kids Corner, and they can come over, and between the bakery and I, they're going to either make a small flower arrangement or make their own cake for Mom, and for just $4.99. So that's going to be a great time, a great day. It'll be on the 13th, and that's going to be between 10 and 2 o'clock, I believe.
Between
but
10
we'll
and 2
have some
o'clock.
flyers beforehand. It'll be posted. One more thing I want to say is that our store is going to be closing early. They're going to be closing early every day now. They're going to be open from 6 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. And so you want to make a note of that.
Right.
We're going to have everything you need, balloons. And don't you know, we'd have lots of balloons.
Well, there's one thing that we left out,
Oh, what was that?
and that is the cookie, the
Oh,
big
the
giant.
big cookie.
Yeah, a bit of, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. And balloons. We're going to have lots of them.
And look, we have the party zone, which means that is what's going on here at the Super Bowl. So, folks, you want to go like Party Zone, touchdown, hut, 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 hut.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of food.
Now you have some specials also, don't
Yes,
you?
we do. We have specials. We have a great ad this week. There's all kinds of things going on. In the back of our ad, they have a lot of coupons that you can clip out and bring in, and oh, they're wonderful.
Right.
We also have our party trays that they can have made up in our service deli. Now, she does need at least a day ahead, at least 24 hours to make these up. But they're wonderful, absolutely
I see
wonderful.
quite a
That
few
way,
things
it's,
there.
It's a one-stop shop. You can get all your
Snacks?
your goodies and all your snacks. And have everything, your flowers and balloons and everything else. Just
What's
for
that to the right there? To the right there, looks like some desserts or
Oh
something
yeah,
like
there's
that.
cakes.
Sweets and cakes
oh
and
yeah,
everything.
just like these.
Yes, yes,
like these.
yes.
You know, everything is fresh. Everything is beautifully fresh and made by hand. The sandwiches are all done by hand. Everything is done by hand,
Yeah.
and that makes our little dairy service deli lady very busy.
Yes,
But she doesn't mind being busy.
She doesn't mind being
no,
busy.
No, she wants you to come on in
Right.
and see the things that we have.
Yeah. Now there's I think there's another picture you had of a steak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, 50% off on the steak there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And that's where I want to go on the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. I want to
What
go
is
home
it?
with that steak.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's a
Yeah.
beef loin New York steak and a rib steak loin T-bone steak, 50% off. Wow.
It's going to be great.
And
It's going to be
Yeah.
a great sale.
And that, folks, is just some of the things that you can, purchase here at Albertsons
That's right.
for Super Bowl.
That's right.
And I know a lot of the guys, you watch Super Bowl, you have Super Bowl parties, and what better way is to go there and, get some of these things here, purchase
the
some of these
snacks.
things. Yeah, the
You
snacks
bet.
here for your friends. Otherwise, they may not come over.
That's right.
you know.
That's right. You might be bribing them with goodies, right?
Oh, that's the way you do that. And then back to the Valentine's Day, I see that the little kiss thing there.
Yeah, we have
now
a little
that.
heart.
Now let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you something about this little kiss thing here. Does that mean that what is this made from? I mean,
That's a cookie. That's a
it's
giant
a cookie.
Yes, a giant cookie. We have in our general merchandise area that she has candy. She has the big candy hearts.
Oh,
She
okay.
had all these things, and we will have a lot more out now. I'll be getting my flowers in for Valentine's Day this week, and you don't have to come on Monday. I mean, you can. I want you to come
Right.
in Monday, but you don't have to wait until Monday. We'll
Right.
have lots of items available on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Now let me ask you something, John, in regards to flower. What is the most, popular flower for Valentine's Day?
red roses.
Red roses.
Red roses. And we are very lucky this year because we'll be having our red roses. A lot of places are going to have a hard time getting them because of the different weather patterns they
Right.
had in Colombia and in the areas where we
Area
get
where you get
the long
those?
stem roses. Yeah. But we're very lucky. They lock us in and we're going to get some
You're gonna
beautiful
get some.
roses. They're going to be $21.99 a dozen.
That's
Which
not
is
bad.
not a bad price.
No,
And
that's
we're up
pretty
a little
good.
bit from last year, but we had to because of the cost.
Right. That's
and,
good.
every time they have a problem, we have to.
You have a problem also.
We have a problem too.
So
And
you'll
it's
make
not
up-
really a problem.
Right. You make up these roses. You put the little. Is that the little teddy
Teddy
bear?
bear? Yeah,
Little teddy
little
bear
teddy
in front of
bear.
the. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cute. The little teddy bear
And we
there.
have all kinds of ways, and all for all budgets.
Mm-hmm.
For all budgets, we're going to have flowers for everybody.
For everybody.
And I'll be working very hard to try and please
Now-
everybody.
Now let me ask you something. I know the guys, they buy flowers for the ladies, but do the ladies buy flowers for the guy?
Oh yeah. You know, men like roses. They
Yes.
like flowers. Actually, I have a lot of customers that really, really enjoy buying
do
the
enjoy?
flowers for their wives because they enjoy it too.
Yeah. Now
You know?
now you heard that, ladies, that that the ladies buy flowers for the guys.
That's right.
Remember
and
that?
they get all.
Yes, that's
but they
true.
just love it.
Right.
I've been in business a lot of years, so I know.
You know, right.
I know.
Right. Well, Joan, I really appreciate you coming in here from Albertsons, folks. The address of Albertsons location is
At the Pahrump Junction.
Yes, at the Pahrump Junction there. You can't miss it, Albertsons. So thanks again, Joan. And listen, happy Super Bowl. You take care, and thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be back after these messages. Next guest is the lovely Miss Liar Dante. She looked at me real funny like that. Huh? What did he say? Huh? Dante, welcome to Young at Heart.
Glad to be back.
Young at Heart because you're young. And because I'm young also. So that means there's two of us that are young. Welcome. I understand, before we get started, that you performed at a special event. Is that right?
Yes.
And I wonder what event that was.
Mm-hmm. We shall see.
Yes.
While Lair Dante sings the national anthem.
He's now introducing Lair Dante, who is going to be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, how did that make you feel to sing there, in Carson City? That's where that was, right?
You know, it's a true honor. I was very honored to be, accepted there in the assembly chamber and there to be singing the national anthem. That's a big, big honor. So I want to thank you very much.
Oh, that was beautiful. Now, you have plans. What are some of your plans or the things that you want to do from now on?
Just sing, try to get my name out there, And my biggest message is you're always going to have a hard time, but just keep on pushing your way to your dream and something that you really, really want.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, you started early singing. I imagine you were young like that. And you weren't
I was younger than I am now.
Well, of course. You are now. Duh. But you have such a beautiful voice, and I understand that you are developing your voice as you go along. And who was your favorite singer? Some of your favorite singers?
Definitely Alicia Keys. Definitely. That is my idol. Gladys Knight, she's got a wonderful voice. She doesn't even practice. And I think that's just amazing because I do not like to practice. Thanks a lot, Mom. But those, I would have to say those are my biggest idols. Christina Aguilera, of course. She can belt them notes out. So those are just the main people that I like to listen to as far as note-wise, like, big notes and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. Is there any special aspiration you have as far as traveling and singing somewhere else as you mature?
Aspiration as in?
Inspiration. I should have said aspiration. Inspiration. Duh.
Inspiration as I travel. It's very like exciting, and it's so like the places I go, like Carson City. I've never seen a place like it. I mean, it's very pretty. I didn't even think it was Nevada. I thought it was
someplace else,
Alaska, because I mean, it's very inspirational for me to see like all the snow and just very clean there. Where I'm from, it's just a bunch of Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las
Vegas.
Sorry. You're not sorry. Have you been out of state yet? Just saying. Out of Nevada.
I went to California
Well,
to do a few
out of state.
auditions a few times, but that's about it. I haven't really, been out of state yet to do anything to sing, but audition-wise,
you haven't been on that, what is it?
American Idol?
American Idol yet?
No.
I think you would blow them away, really.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, I think you would blow them away pretty soon. But I understand you're going to sing a song for us.
Yes.
And so the name of that song?
It is The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
That's beautiful.
Yes,
so, folks, let's hear Dante.
Can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I'm making feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta be strong. I gotta keep my head up high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The chances I'm taking, the pain I'm knowing. Sometimes it's gonna knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember the most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong and just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make you move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Always gonna wanna make you move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
Welcome back to the show, folks. My next guest is I hope I get this correct now.
Yes.
I'm gonna try it now. Professor Jinendra Ketari.
That's absolutely correct.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, folks.
Yeah.
I'm Jinendra Kothari, a global traveler, teaching people how to shift towards a sustainable happiness. You know, we all know of how to be happy, but the question is, why can't we be happy all the time?
Yeah, now, I always ask that question. Why in the heck can I not be happy? Is it because of the associations that I have?
Well, it's simply if one realizes, because in the past 10 years there's been so much work on the neuroscience of how our brain works, that we have different circuits for being happy. So we have a happiness circuit and we have a circuit which makes us negative, feel bad about things. So depending how we use these circuits, so if one can learn how to use the positive circuits and create positive emotions, they can learn how to be happy.
Now I know there's a science to this, and I know you brought a book, at least a cover there, to show something about the science of happiness and how you achieve that. I know this here is some of the things that you do. There are the new science of happiness, global, the 3 S's. What does that mean?
Well, 3S is the word I came up with mainly as I travel across the globe. I found that every human being, whether it's a child and grows up to be an old man, is obsessed with these 3 S's. And these 3 S's are security, survival, and self-esteem. We spend our life trying to fill these baskets, always wondering how come we don't fill it up. So mind is obsessed with these issues. So this is where I coined this word, 3S, the new science of smart, sustainable happiness. So that's where the 3 S's again comes. The science of smart, sustainable happiness.
Now, what kinds of things should the average person do, or how should they start? How should they start off?
Well, once one realizes that every thought that arises in our mind is our property. So why do we choose those thoughts which makes us unhappy? Why can't we choose those thoughts which makes us happy? It's our choice. But the problem is that our brain functions so fast, so quick, that the moment we get a stimulus, it responds with the behavioral patterns, the habit patterns. If somebody uses a word which I don't like, then I'm building those circuits of I don't like. Now the association of that word with I don't like is so quick that I respond like a robot.
Yes.
And the new science has found that we can learn how to be happy. Happiness is a learned skill. So yes, there is certain genetic input into that, but it's the practice. And this is where I created a program called 3S, the new science of happiness, in which people learn all kinds of holistic tools which integrates for the first time the body, the breath, the brain, together with the mind as a complete ecological system which we can learn to manage.
So I should start. Did I start with my breath first, or do I?
Well, breath being subtle, it's not easy to learn breath tools. So I created a program where I developed more than 120 different exercises which are being taught right from senior citizens to the school system. I have about 150 teachers trained in the school system which apply these techniques to children because movement is easy for them. So movement affects your breath, and that's where yoga comes in. When you move, your breath changes, and that's the paradigm. If anybody observes their own breath when they are emotionally happy, the breath is different. When they are upset, their breath is different. When they're angry, their breath is different. So breath and emotions are connected. So instead of emotions indicating the breath, why can't we learn to breathe in certain way which changes our emotion? It's so simple.
It does sound simple, but actually it's something that we have to get used to, or we have to start.
No,
and
it's
try.
an easy tool. Like I share in my programs, and recently I was walking across 5 states, from Alabama, Atlanta, Mississippi, Florida, everywhere I went. Sometimes I had only 2 minutes to share with people. But the idea is that if you are keen on changing your brain patterns, the tools are available. It doesn't require long study, but practice. Learning is easy. It's practicing it.
Practice. That's the problem I think I'd have. It's almost like playing music. I need practice. I need practice.
That's right. See, there are certain skills you require practice. Here, the idea is that once you accept that it's my thinking, and I cannot change my thinking, but I can change at that given moment how my brain functions, and your perception changes.
Wow. So actually I need the tools in order to do this.
Well, I can tell you very simple that, as I travel, I came up with very simple. I can share quickly few tools that we all know about. There's nothing to be learned. Smile. When you smile, you get smile back. When you smile, it makes your body relaxed. When you smile, your brain relaxes. And smiling is the only tool which comes naturally right from babies, but we learn to, we seem to forget. Now, does it mean that if you're not genuinely feeling happy, we shouldn't smile? No. Even if you smile, the brain eventually responds with those responses which are, whether it's true or false, doesn't matter. So another practice I tell people that when you get up in the morning, the first thing you try to do is stretch your hands up and say, I'm feeling happy.
I'm feeling happy.
Yeah, it makes you feel so good.
It does. It does.
So start your day with a smile.
Happening. Okay.
Remember to use thank you. And thank you what you mean it. You should mean that thank you throughout the day. The more often you use, you find that you're happier.
Thank you, Pat.
We should feel gratitude of being in this space and time now. So when you start thinking of all the good things that comes in your life, you're full of gratitude. So feel gratitude in your life. Share. When you share things, when you share knowledge, when you scale, when I was listening to the music just a moment back, it affects you. So when people share things, right? Giving, whether it's money, it's time, but when you go out and volunteer with people, you get the benefit of being, or I call it a helping, high. You get a high because you're helping people. You feel so good.
Yeah. Let's talk about, just a little bit before the time runs out, on 2 more things I want to talk about, and it would be meditation and a little something about healing foods.
Well, I've recently published a book called Healing Foods. It's one of the very innovative book because it doesn't simply deal with how to cook and the recipes. There are plenty of it available on the net. But the whole idea is, can we eat to be happy?
Wow.
Not just the taste, but what are the ingredients on those food which makes us happy? So the whole book is about happiness.
Would I share that, say if I'm going to cook for someone also?
Yes.
Share that with someone?
Yep.
That's good.
And it deals with everything that one can find in 10 different books put together in one.
What about quickly about the meditation?
Well, meditation is a tool which helps you manage your mind. And there are all kinds of meditations. I have a lot of 4 CDs, Divine Heart Meditation, Divine Cleansing Meditation, Divine Love Meditation, and a meditation called Journey into Consciousness.
Can anyone purchase these books? Or
yes, all the books are available on my website called www.cshamerica.com.
Now what we'll do, we'll put that up on the air once we show that we'll put that website up on
right.
Wow, this is such a beautiful information. But I start with self.
Yes, it always starts with the self, because more you know about yourself, the more you can create the environment that suits you.
And then I share it with others.
Yes.
That is so beautiful. Well, thanks again, Professor. I appreciate this. I'm going to have you back again.
Thank you very much. And in
is-
today's time, I would end with sharing that reconnect with your family, renew your connections, because family support means a lot in this time.
Makes sense. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back after these messages.
Thank you.
Welcome back, folks. Wow, that was, I thought I knew everything, but I don't. There's still information that I need to learn, I think. Yes. More meditation and more thank you. I'm going to try to do that. Hey, we have something new here. A new chef, I should say, at the Nugget. And he's going to tell you a little something about himself and what's going on. So let's go to that video.
Welcome back to Young at Heart. I am here in the lovely Cattleman Steakhouse.
Stockman Steakhouse.
Stockman Steakhouse. This is what happens, and he had such a wonderful dish and everything. But Dina is with us, along with my co-host, Al. And we're going to be talking about some of the specials coming up for February.
Yes, we are. We've got a lot of things. This is exciting because I have a friend with me today. First, I want to tell you about some things that are going to be happening that you really don't want to miss out on here at the Nugget. The first thing we got coming is February 2nd. It's a Wednesday night, and we are bringing back Ladies' Night. Have you ever joined us for Ladies' Night?
No, but are you going to be there and I'll come?
I will be. I'm here every Wednesday,
I can tell. Dina would be so much fun to hang out with.
This is going to be our Lady in Red theme. We're going to have our DJ back that we had in December, who was a lot of fun, with some great music. We're going to have some dancing, all kinds of ladies coming out in red. So please come and celebrate pre-Valentine's month with us.
What's the date again for the ladies?
It's February 2nd. We start at 6:30 till about 10:30, and it is always a fun time. We have raffle prizes that the ladies can win, and I know how to shop, so it's always good stuff.
Oh, I bet.
Right? The second thing we're going to talk about is right after that is Sunday, February 6th. Everybody knows, if you're a football junkie, it's the Super Bowl, the big game, whatever I'm supposed to call it, and we throw a party here like nobody else. It's $25 to get in. You get an international buffet, which is the best of the best for the season that we've had, that everyone liked. You get a free drink ticket to start your drink tab on, one free. You get raffle tickets, and we give away prizes of every shape and size, from a t-shirt to lights to coolers to Stockman Steakhouse dinner tickets. We do all kinds of stuff up there, and it is a ton of fun. So $25, you can purchase them here at the Nugget through any of the food and beverage managers. Just go to the bar or the cafe, they'll page us. And that is going to be the greatest day of, I think, of the season.
Yeah, that's
it's
Super
the best.
Bowl Sunday.
That's right.
And that's on the 6th.
The doors will open at 2. We do have assigned seating, so you want to buy your tickets early so you can get the spots that you'd like. And we have a great crew, Georgia and Chef Bill and Chef Terry and Kim and Rose and Jason. They all do a great job, and we have a really great time entertaining you. Then the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is probably one of the most renowned holidays for friends, lovers, and family. And here in the steakhouse, we're going to run a special. We're going to do a 4-day special. Instead of just Valentine's Day, which is a Monday of all days, we're going to run the special Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And it's dinner for 2 for $75. That's $37.50 a piece. You pay the tax and gratuity, and you're going to get the following things. Chef is going to make for you 2 dishes to choose from, so 1 entree per person. You're going to get super salad, our house bread basket. You're going to get 2 desserts, which is going to be an all-edible dessert. Unbelievable.
As opposed to non-edible?
Well, because we're going to make it, we have a chocolate cup that you actually can eat the cup.
Okay.
So everything
So
but the plate.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. And then you're going to be able to share either a bottle of champagne or a bottle of our house Clos de Bois wine.
Ooh,
so
that
you
Clos de
can't
Bois
beat
is
that
nice.
for that price.
No,
and
you
it's
cannot.
really amazing. So we've got some amazing food and beverage things going on here. We're also doing a little renovation in our 11th frame bowling bar. So for those of you that didn't even know we had a bar up there in the bowling alley, we do, and it's going to get even better. So as you can see, change is happening. Some great new things and some changes. But I think the thing I'm probably right now the most proud of change is that we looked high and low for a chef to run our steakhouse. And Chef Bill, who you met in the kitchen, he's my right hand, my corporate executive chef Joe, and put me together with our executive chef Bill. And that's one thing I thank Joe for, is he brought me out here to work with an amazing man. But Bill can't do everything himself.
No.
Right.
Obviously.
He could
And
try, but yeah.
we have gone a whole year in this steakhouse without a room chef.
Wow.
So we decided enough. Let's find one. And we searched high and low, and we were blessed with this gentleman sitting next to me, who is Chef Kendrick. And he's going to tell you about himself through Lynn and Al. And we're just
We're his
very happy,
interpreters.
very, very happy to introduce you to him. So go ahead and grill him,
Well,
guys.
now,
Grill him.
where did you come from? Where did they find you, number one?
At the Red Rock.
At the Red Rock in Las Vegas
In
on
Las
Charleston?
Vegas, yes.
Okay. And what brought you out here to Pahrump? What was the enticement?
Miss Dina Babs. The phone calls every day, they were really interested, so I took it upon myself to go somewhere where you're wanted,
Right.
where you have a family to come and work for every single day. And it's just nice to come in and hear everyone on the radio. Hello, how are you? So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Well, it's a friendly valley. I think
It
that
is
here in Pahrump,
very
we're
friendly place here. How did you get started? You know, in cooking?
I came to Vegas on a vacation.
Oh my.
And the Red Rock was just opening, so I applied and I started cooking, and I found out I was pretty good at it. So,
So that was like your
I kept
first time
going.
cooking? You didn't
Yes.
even do this growing up as a kid, like the love
well,
of
my
the kitchen?
grandma, she had a cafe,
Oh,
and my
that's
mom, they
So
all
you do
cook.
have some
Yeah, they all
experience
cook.
between the
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, and the grandma. Which,
Those are very important chefs to
Yes,
be a
yes.
student under.
What causes you to be creative? I mean, what kinds of things go through your head when you're creative in dishes and so forth?
Causes you to be creative? You're just born with it.
Well, you know,
Where do you get your creativity from?
creativity. There you.
my
I guess that's the
passion,
wrong
my
question.
passion,
No,
my
I
drive
think
for the job, it just
Your
keeps me
passion.
on. Yeah, it keeps me
We
going
have
through
to
the
actually
job,
make
so.
him take a day off.
Do you really?
Well,
Wow.
because at his old job, he says that they worked him a lot, so the hours I give him, it's a cakewalk for
Well,
him.
that had, you know, to be honest, working at the Red Rock, that had to be a great training ground, though,
Yes,
to be able
I
to
worked
step
under
into this
some
position.
great chefs.
I bet you did.
Yeah, Chef Dylan, Chef David Calloway, which was one of the master chefs.
Mm-hmm.
William Beerline. It was all a great experience for me, and then they allowed me to move on and
That's
come bring my
amazing.
talent to the Pahrump Nugget.
So do you have your family out here in Pahrump?
No, I am here. I'm alone and I'm single, so yeah.
Are you living in Pahrump, or are you still in Las
Al's
Vegas?
single
That's-
too. You two
You
hang
guys
out
can
and
go
find the women.
trolling.
Mother and daughter, you could look for mother and daughter.
Hey.
Yeah.
While we're out having fun at the girls' night out
Yep.
on Wednesdays,
So you have
then
to
you
have.
guys be trolling the women that are at the girls' night out.
But we'll
There you
have a men's
That was
night
Wednesday,
Yeah, that's
the
football.
2nd of February, remember?
Yes.
Wednesday, 2nd of February
Yes.
is girls' night, and it's going to be in the main ballroom.
It's good.
I
No, it's
mean-
actually in the stage bar.
Stage
Stage
bar.
bar,
So
right.
you guys can come out and kind of, we can introduce everybody to you too.
Around and show you.
I remember to take
The,
off that day.
the
Yeah,
nice part
absolutely.
about Chef Kendrick is he enjoys it so much here, which we're thankful for. He actually picked up his things and moved out here to Pahrump.
Whoa.
So it's no commute for him, and
Right.
we're very thankful
Well,
because I
that's-
was afraid, like me, that drive gets to be much, and I
It
didn't
is.
want it to affect his cooking.
Well, that's
So-
a test of faith that he likes his job so much that to come out to an area, especially as a single man in Pahrump, it's not easy.
No.
That's right.
But
Tell
hey-
us,
Oh, I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
I was going to ask you to tell Lynn and Al some of the great things that you
I
have
was just
brought
gonna
to
say
the
that. I
table,
bet you
That's
did.
what
some
I'm
of the
gonna say.
specials you want to run, and some of the changes you'd like to make.
Absolutely.
Well, I brought a lot of specials. I usually change it every day, but it's not enough time for people to get used to it. So I'll start running my specials for maybe 3 days at a time, maybe a week at a time. Actually, today I'm going to bring a swordfish and with a risotto rice.
Oh, there you
like
go.
a peel-off.
Risotto. Oh, yum.
So it's very good. The swordfish is very nice. It's not very fishy, so
Right.
if you're available, come out and try that tonight.
So that's just going to be a one-night special because,
It'll be the rest of the week.
okay, the rest of the week. So if we're showing this on Monday's show,
This is on next Wednesday's show.
it is go on Wednesday's show?
The next
So
one.
You're
maybe
just gonna
you
have to
should run
carry
it
it
next
through.
weekend.
Yeah,
a
Just
little
maybe
through. Yeah.
next weekend.
We just, which you all will see the segment later on the cooking dish, that we just did the tuna, which is always on the menu, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, do you also,
Ask him about dessert.
I was just
That's what I was
going
going to say, but we think of the same
Gosh,
way.
all three of us, like, we've got a few minutes left
ESP.
about the desserts. Do you do them yourself?
I am starting to do the desserts myself. There will be 4 new desserts coming to you next week.
Okay.
I'll keep them as a surprise, so you can definitely come out and try.
They're worth it.
But I
I
heard,
tried them.
just as, because a lot of times I love watching all those Food Network shows.
Yes.
And, sometimes when you're a great chef, they don't like to do the pastries or the desserts.
He does them and he teaches his team to do them so that when he's not here, we don't miss a beat.
Now, see, I think that's a plus, because it's nice to not have to, I guess, bring in desserts, but have you all just create them.
Absolutely.
We so welcome you here, and I know that Dean is excited having you on board, as well as Chef Bill. And I can just see wonderful things happening.
When you come out to the steakhouse, if Chef has time, he'll be happy to come out and introduce himself to you. Let him know your comments. He's a people's guy, which is really nice. He believes in the guests that we have here at the Nugget. So,
And
we thank
remember,
you.
they open at 5 o'clock every evening, so come on out. We'll see you later.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Welcome back, folks. Now you know a little bit about some of the different cooking from our new chef at the Nugget there. And I think he's from Tennessee there. So, hey, that I think will make all of us, continue to go by the Nugget and share some of the good food that they have there. Not necessarily alone at the buffet, but also at the other restaurant there in the cafe, which they have a lot of interesting things there and a lot of dishes there, and they are very inexpensive. Those dishes are very inexpensive because I've been there, I've tried them, and they're very inexpensive. Not just the dishes alone, but also, folks, if you like dessert, the desserts are just fantastic. And like I said, I try not to eat too much dessert because I want to maintain my boyish-like, physique, you might say, and my youthful appearance. And stop laughing over there, Pat. You're laughing at me and you're smiling. Remember what the professor said, happy and smile and thank you and all those kinds of things. I think that was one of the things that really stood out, for me. That and then the meditation, and in the morning, raise my arms up. I feel good, and that's a good way to start my day. It is, yeah, and also my mind start thinking happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. I feel good, and the day is going to be a beautiful day.
What's on next week?
I was feeling so good until I almost forgot about next week. Can't help that. Next week we're going to have the museum's going to be here, and yoga-centered yoga. We're going to talk yoga, things like that. And maybe I might do some little yoga things, you think? And Dr. Cha Dental Implant Institute. That's going to be good. And of course, the cooking that we did at the Nugget. This is going to be interesting and good. That was good. So, folks, we want you to make sure that you watch Young at Heart, because we are young at heart. At least I know I am anyway. And I know that Miss Lynn Peterson, she'll probably be back next week. And I know that she's young at heart. We're both young at heart. And then the young lady here that sang, she's young at heart. So whether you're young or whether or not you are in between being young and mature, now you notice I didn't say old, mature, you're still young at heart. So, folks, until next time, stay tuned. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Join Lynn and Now next week for another entertaining and informative hour of Young at Heart. Have a good day.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart.